him the ball and get out of the way.
And the 76ers call time here. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, they really took it on the chin that last time out, and the difference was the turnover differential. When you look at the stat sheet, they were so careless with the ball, and those mistakes were just too much to overcome.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Guys, as you know, Michael Carter-Williams last year's Rookie of the Year, and Coach Brett Brown said he's more than he's bargained for. More skilled, tougher, prideful, and competitive. But Coach loves his playmaking as well, saying, quote, his size enables him to play with a different vision line. He understands how to run a team and find his teammates. Kevin?
Not bad for the number 10 pick in the draft. Thanks, Doris. What about Clark, what Steve just talked about? How was it possible for them to turn the ball over so much in that game?
Well, I mean, the defense was outstanding. Now, you got to give some credit where credit is due. But they also were a little sloppy at times with the ball.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Got that one up quick.
By the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from McDaniels. Knight kicks to Bayless. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Bayless has got 20.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
The shot by Carter-Williams, nobody around. No good on the triple. And the first half ends.
Well, Brandon,
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Bayless. He has 20 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently, try to get into his airspace.
Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Michael Carter-Williams, Luke Mbamute out there with Noel. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Sampson in at the 2-guard spot.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And he gets it to go.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away. Well, you know, Chris Middleton, an isolation scorer back at Texas A&M during his college days, now is becoming more of an off-the-ball scorer. Got a solid mid-range game and getting it done inside and out. That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Carter-Williams against Knight. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
The shot by Carter-Williams, nobody around. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And Bayless is checked in for Chris Middleton. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. Nerlens Noel third.
Well, he was one of those players who, coming into the league, you wondered how his talent would translate to the NBA game. Well, I'd say the transition has gone pretty well.
No doubt about that, Steve. I mean, he's looked comfortable and confident since the first day he stepped onto an NBA court. He's had some big games for him.
And Mbamute dishes to Noel. From deep three-point range. Outside for Carter-Williams. Drills it from outside. Carter-Williams has got 15 points.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing him. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers. And he knocks down a 3 of his own.
And even if he didn't, he just made it personal, coming right back with a three of his own there.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Well, Nerlens Noel's rookie season, essentially a medical redshirt, recovering from ACL surgery in early 2013. So this will be his true rookie season.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look.
Sampson tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Nerlens Noel projected as a #1 draft pick based on his defensive impact as a freshman, Clark, at Kentucky. But the knee injury dropped him to #6.
Yeah, you're drafting that high. General manager's looking for an immediate impact player in the draft. Concerns about that knee and his slight build caused him to slide. But if he gets healthy and adds some weight to that frame, I think he could be a real presence defensively.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Here's Carter Williams. Noel passes to Mbamute. Here's Covington. Buries the jump shot. Covington's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on an 11-2 run. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense. No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
The Bucks shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. Fires the three, and another three for Milwaukee.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So got to make some adjustments defensively.
And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 14.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the three as well as they can take the three.
Here's Antetokounmpo, 11 points in the game. Puts up a three. A shot by Knight, no good. The 76ers have gone 7 of 13 in the 3rd quarter so far, just above 50%. Now the Bucks moving it up. Dudley, no luck.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
That cuts the lead to single digits. He's got 18.
Another long-range bomb for him. I'll tell you what, that three-point shot has been the key here, getting that lead down.
I agree with you. With so many of his points coming that way, no reason not to keep going to it. It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Here's Carter Williams, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And as we end the 3rd. The 76ers trail by 10. Inside, it's Ilyasova and Pachulia. Chris Middleton is out there with Mayo, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Antetokounmpo. Philadelphia able to drain the 3.
And flying high to send that one through. I didn't think he had a chance of getting the rack against such a bigger defender.
McDaniels. And Mbamute kicks to Grant. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Now here's Mayo. The dish to Antetokounmpo. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Bucks lead by 9. Thompson passes to Mbamute. Here's McDaniels. Off target from three-point range.
He has not been on his game. And, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Zaza Pachulia signed last season to a 3-year contract by the Bucks. Some question the fit for a developing team with young talent in the front court, but he does give them that veteran experience and a little extra muscle inside.
Jared Bayless has checked in for Milwaukee. Knight comes in for O.J. Mayo. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
And Pachulia Clark missing a couple months last season, but when healthy, a good low-post banger.
Kevin, he's got a physical presence, and he's a guy that does not shy away from contact and really does a nice job rebounding on the offensive glass.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Did you get an assist and a field goal for that? I mean, that was ridiculous.
Bayless dishes to Knight. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
And that one's good.
And assists like that typified their effort today. Great ball game.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Timeout called the 76ers.
You know, every team in the league loves to have good size in the middle, but it does seem like the league is getting tougher for big men. You know, help defenses now, the allowance of zone defenses, you can sort of load up on players. It can inhibit a big man's ability to attack because you can see double teaming even before he's gotten the ball. But it's made for great strategy, and I really like the new rules.
And the 76ers making a change here.
Milwaukee ball.
There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Carter Williams can't get it to go.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Milwaukee.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. For Philadelphia, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Looks like he's lost his focus a little bit. Not playing well in this quarter.
Henson's shot is off. And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always come back to food, Clark?
Wasted no time on that one.
Well, that shot keeps him at 100% from the field this quarter.
Philadelphia is shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Milwaukee's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they're not going to get back into this game when they commit frustration fouls like that one.
How about exasperation fouls? I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It's an indication of the kind of game they've been having. What a story for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Born in Greece of Nigerian parents, his family is really undocumented. Living in poverty, though, he'd sell watches in the street to make ends meet. But now he's blessed to make a much more significant contribution to his family's fortune. Well, I think he kind of alligator-armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Here's Milwaukee now from past the arc, and he gets it to go.
They're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
Goes up from the top of the key. That one rolling around and